I'm going to start the recording. And yeah, Leanna, if you want to unmute yourself, we'll get started.
Thank you, darling. So really, I'm Leanna, if anyone knows me. I am originally from Ireland, and a lot of my team is based in the UK as well. I actually got started about 2 years ago. Got started on the products, liked the products, thought, okay, yeah, you know, I can make a little bit of extra cash and pay for my products. So just got started that way. Very slow start. Didn't really realize how big the business was until I went to one of the biggest conventions, which is Birmingham back home in the UK. That really just made things huge for me, and just, you know, seeing it on a whole new level. I moved to Canada 6 months ago, and before I made the move, about 6 months prior, I reached out to Amanda, who's hosting the call with me today. Me and Amanda have stayed in touch since then. And really we just thought we're at the same level in the business, you know, we've got team at the same levels, and we just thought, let's do this call together, let's share some information and just see where we can take it. So that's why we're doing this call. You know, really for me, I'm reaching out for Club 3 this month. I've started changing my focus, you know, not just about hitting promotions, but really building on my team as well. I've got a team here starting up in Canada, so it's really exciting to be able to do this globally on a big scale. I'm going to introduce some of the Canadian team first. So first of all, coming onto the call today, we have Kate, who is at QNMD. She's a mum of 4. We have her coming on first. Kate, are you there?
Yep, I'm here.
Hey!
Hi, Kate.
Hi.
First time we've met. Hi.
Hi, nice to meet you.
Okay, so you want to just tell us a bit about you, and then kind of give us a few tips in a minute on what's working for you?
Sure. So, as you said, I'm a mom of 4. I have a 5-year-old son, a 10-year-old daughter, 11-year-old son, and a 20-year-old daughter. I also own a restaurant that I do bookkeeping for, and I do bookkeeping for my parents' lounge. And I teach fitness classes when I can fit them in. And so 2.5 years ago, when I heard about the Juice Plus product, the product made perfect sense to me, and I wanted it for me and my children, because what a great way to get the fruits and veggies in their bodies. And I already knew that other supplements were not bioavailable, that we weren't absorbing them. So I was like, okay, fruits and veggies will absorb this. But I was very busy. I did not want a business, but I did have 3 children that I wanted to get on the product for free. So I signed up for the family discount. And as time went by, the product did wonders for us. We were sleeping better, eating better. My son was focusing better in school. I had PMS issues that were being resolved. We weren't getting as sick anymore. I have asthma, and we all suffer through respiratory illnesses throughout the winter, and those kind of stopped. And so I was like, oh, well, this is really cool. So I started telling a lot more people about it. And so I just kind of naturally got to VF. I naturally got to SC. And then when I went to Banff boot camp, and I was told I was really close to SSC. And this was something I never envisioned for myself. I didn't envision VF for myself. I literally wanted the 3 orders, and that was it. And I did that because I was guaranteed I never had to enter another order that was only $50 a year. Because any other at-home businesses I've done, it was like a $1,500 investment, and you had to do this amount of orders a month, and it kind of stressed me out. So anyways, I was like, wow, I could actually be SOC. I could be a leader, and I could go to law. I'm like, okay, well, what do I got to do? So I got that done. I got to SSC. I went to law, which was incredible. But even at that point, I still really didn't envision myself ever being an MD. It was really cool. I was making as much money then as what I was doing for my fitness classes. And for fitness classes, you think, oh yeah, you teach for an hour and you stay fit. You don't stay fit because you're teaching other people how to be fit, and you really don't get paid well. And because you have to be there 15 minutes before the class, 15 minutes after the class, but you're only getting paid for that 1 hour. And a lot of times you don't have a class before or after. So I was spending as much money on childcare and driving as I was making in a class. So this was kind of a cool little side business that for me, it naturally grew. I never fast tracked anything. I was just all very natural. Anyways, but I went to a couple more conferences, and it was in the fall conference, and just talking to people, I'm like, you're this close to QNMD. And I'm like, really? So I started setting QNMD goals, and I would miss them, and I'd reset them, and I'd miss them. And that was the cool thing to me. It's I can make the goal for next month, and I don't make it, and nobody's ridiculing me, and everyone's super supportive and be like, it's okay, you're going to get it, you're going to get there. And there's no other business, I believe, in the world that does that for you. So anyways, I reset the goal many, many times, and I got there, and now I'm on the road to MMD, something that, like I said in the beginning, I didn't even envision VF, let alone MMD. And for me, it's really cool because I'm able to do stuff with my kids now. Instead of having babysitters or my parents do everything, I'm able to go to some of their things. I'm able to take them on trips. I'm a single mom. I always figured I had to have a husband in my life that was going to get these things for me, that I wasn't going to be able to, how was I going to have these children and take care of them the way I wanted to, and be able to travel with them and put them into all the sports they want. And this is giving me that lifestyle that I've always wanted.
Oh my God, amazing. And so relatable as well. Like, I think being able to travel with this business has just been like a huge thing for me. And also, like, my background's in teaching classes, like spin classes back to back, and being able to have my shake in between and, you know, double up on my capsules, like, what a lifesaver. So Amanda, I have you coming on next, darling. Are you there?
Yeah, I'm here. Do you want to go, Kate? We missed your tips. Do we want to get back to you and share your
Sure.
I love your story? It's amazing. It's so inspiring. Oh, we want to hear how you got there.
Okay, so the 3 top tips that I always share with my team is, the first one is to never cancel an event. Even if you think you're only going to have one person coming, still have that event. That one person could be your next NMD. Or even we've ran events where we didn't have any prospects come, and we just turned it into a team meeting. And, you know, what do you need help with? What do you need for reports? Or just practicing our stories. So never, ever, ever cancel an event. Take pictures of it. Say how much fun you had. Post it. And your next one, people will come. And then my second tip is to talk to everyone. When you go to places, don't sit there with your nose in your phone. Actually talk to people next to you and get to know them. And my last tip is every month, follow up with all your team. So every week, you want to follow up with your working team, people who have goals and are working towards something, and they're doing events and talking to people. But every month, follow up with your non-working team, because people who weren't working this month, maybe next month they want to, but they're going to be way too embarrassed to come to you and ask you and be like, oh, I want to do this now. They're going to be embarrassed because they know they weren't doing this before, but now they want to. So reach out to everyone once a month.
Wow.
You're fab. Thank you.
Thanks so much, Kate.
You're welcome.
All right. So,
okay,
so I'll share a bit about my story. And thank you guys all for tuning in today. I know it's Sunday and it's usually a day of jammies. I've got my pajamas on underneath here. So thanks for taking the time to join us. My story, I was actually on a hunt for the product for a long time. I know a lot of people don't get started by searching for the product, but I had I like to call a white diet toddler on my hands. She would only eat anything white, and it was a struggle to get fruits and veggies into her on a daily basis, her and my husband, for easy reference. So I was looking for the easy button, and I had found through social media this product and ordered instantly. The product made sense to me instantly. I knew I could get it cheaper, so I kept pushing about how I could get a discount and learned about the family and friends discount. When I took a look at the marketing plan, though, it shocked me because I had previously been with a direct sales company for about 8 years and didn't move up one level in that company. And when I saw the marketing plan for Juice Plus and saw all these people in the community like going to the next level and achieving it, and real everyday people that I knew and weren't unreachable, it was pretty cool for me to see that this could turn into a plan B or a plan A down the road. And I was working full time. I had a corporate job. And for the most part, my husband and I, we have, the money freedom. It was the time freedom that I was looking for, because I was a slave to this corporate world. And we have one daughter. We're only going to have one child. And for me, it's so important to have time with her, because I know, you guys know, kids grow so fast and we don't get that time back. So I had the opportunity to go to law, just like Kate had mentioned, and that really rocked my world. It changed my outlook on a lot of things in life. So I ended up coming back from law in 2015. In June, was it? And I quit my job in August. It gave me the confidence so much to know that I could really take this business and run with it. And it's, for me, I'm so much more passionate about sharing and helping people improve their lives than pushing paper for somebody else and making money for somebody else's family. So now I get to make money for our family and put it towards our dreams and goals and have that time freedom with my daughter. So it'll be 2 years in January, and I don't know where it's going to take me, but I know that this business alone and the community that I've met along the way and the friendships that I've made and the products will be on it for the rest of our lives. I just love it all. So that's a bit about my story in a nutshell. I was asked to share a bit about the Tower Garden today because we have some people from across the world on our call who don't have the Tower Gardens yet in their countries. So I'm just going to show you guys quickly. I wanted to set up behind the Tower Garden today, but it is really bright. So this is basically what they look like. Indoor garden that can be grown in Canada. Everyone's wrapping up their gardens for the season. We're getting started here inside because we have grow lights. The Tower Garden is a vertical aeroponic growing system that can be grown indoors year-round, outdoors in the summer. There is no dirt. There's no weeding. There's no kneeling. It self-waters. It uses 90% less water and 90% less power. So you plug it in. The lights and water run on a timer. And these things grow like a weed. You add some mineral-based tonic every time you fill up the water. And I've been on a mission now to share these with schools and daycares and anyone that I can get my hands on. It's the new way of growing. And when you look at what we're faced with in the grocery stores nowadays, and if you follow social media at all, there's posts going up all the time about pesticides and chemicals and recalls on all this produce. So how great to be able to grow our own now and really have one more option to help families inspire healthy living. So if you guys have any questions about how to share on Tower Gardens, we can get into that. Just message me. We're just on a short time limit here for the call. My top 3 tips for the call today is to work your prospects every day. When I was going for some bonus money and fast track goals, I would make it priority to reach out to 2 people every day that I've never talked to about Juice Plus. So you're constantly building relationships and following up with 2 people that you had previously shared with. Number 2 is always advertise your events. So social media is really good, but that only connects us to the people that we know and then the people that they know if it's shared publicly. I like to advertise. We have Kijiji here in Canada and a company called Eventbrite. They're just a platform like an online classified ad. So anytime you're having an event, throw it on Kijiji, throw it on Eventbrite, because it exposes you to so many other people that you never would have been exposed to. And then always inviting with confidence and asking your invites, or not asking them, but valuing their time and asking for their feedback. When you have more confidence, it just shines through and they know that it means more to them that you're reaching out and asking for their feedback. So those are my 3 tips. I'm going to throw it back to you, Leanna.
Thanks, Amanda.
Yeah.
Oh, excited with the Tower Gardens. I know they're going to be hitting the UK hopefully sometime next year. So there's just some basics for the guys over there. And for me, as soon as I get my apartment, I'm getting one. So I realized that I skipped my tips as well and went straight to Kate and skipped her tips. So really, at the moment, I'm just building with my guys. So when I say building, I mean it's a bit of a quieter time, come up to Christmas and everything, everyone's just focused on Christmas, but come January, it's all the new year, everyone wants to get back into it. So I'm just really building up and sowing those seeds for then. So everyone that you're contacting now, just remember, if they're not coming back to you, you're gonna be the first person on their mind if you are staying in contact with them. Also, I'm getting my guys, we're focusing on a sort of 90-day game plan. So if you listen to Eric Worre's 90-day game plan, it's on YouTube. You can send it to your team and stuff as well. Just really kind of going at it. It's a quiet time now, so why not focus on building for the new year? and also, get excited about 2017. I know that me and Amanda are planning to get to the Lore event, and that's kind of like my goal, and also for my team to get to the big event in Birmingham. So just really having that focus, and like Amanda said, inviting people and invite them with confidence. You're offering them amazing things. So even if that's the only event that you're getting to, just make it as big as you can and be excited for it. Also, I was saying that I've switched my focus to clubs, and just seeing the difference with my team for that as well. So just a club being a VF or SDD that qualifies in your business, and just kind of giving that to my guys and showing them that way as well. So they're kind of some of my tips, really. And just find that event for the new year, just mark it on your calendar, get some goals down, and just start focusing on that and get excited for it. So next I have someone from our UK team. I have Lisa. Lisa is my sideline. I can see she's on the call, so I'm just going to unmute her if I can. Lisa, can you unmute yourself?
Can you hear me all right?
Hi, darling. We can hear you.
Hi.
Hey, honey.
A little bit nervous. You all right?
Yes, darling. I know the Canadian lot are going to be really excited to hear your accent.
I'm from Cumbria, so it's not that.
Tell us a bit about yourself, darling, then, give us some pointers on what's really working for you right now.
Right, well, I'll keep it short. I'm a mum of 3 and a grandma. I've got other jobs other than this. I started the products after I've been on them myself, so that's why I started the business. I also cheekily started the business hoping that it would keep me indoors. I'm not going to go on about my past, to be honest, because I'm all about the future, to be truthful. I started in May. June was probably the official start date. I made due date the first month, and I've actually had this month is actually my second biggest month in sales. My first one was in June when I first started. I nearly went to SDD on points alone, and then it started going really, really quiet, and it was me. It was down to me. I think I'd decided in my head that was it, and that's how it was going to go. So then I thought it might go quiet at Christmas, and it just hasn't. It's went wild. What I've basically done, my 3 top tips would be to get you to boost your sales at this season is target your audience. First of all, anybody that you've come in contact with and you've messaged, get them on a list. If they haven't got back to you, you don't have to bombard them with messages. Just make sure they're viewing your post by going onto their wall and liking one of their pictures. The other thing that I do, which helps us get sales, is making sure that my DMO now fits around my lifestyle and what I'm doing. Instead of sticking to the same one, I change it up all the time. And the third one, which was a massive surprise to me, I don't really like doing the videos, and I don't really like putting a picture of myself up there with the products. I feel a bit silly because I'm quite self-conscious of how I'm perceived. But I've done one post, it's the very first one I've ever done, and the orders that I got from it has just went absolutely wild. So that's another top tip, is to just put your face out there, even if you feel absolutely stupid and crazy. Keep it positive.
Wow.
Is that all right?
That's great, fabulous, darling, and I'm delighted for you. You're doing really ace, and I'm proud that you're a sideline of mine. So thank you so much for sharing with us today.
Thank you.
You're welcome, honey. Next, coming on, I have my lovely downline Miriam. Miriam is SD in the or SSD in the business, or VF for Canada. Are you there, Miriam, darling?
Hello.
Hi, honey.
Okay.
Oh, lovely. Lovely to see you.
You too. Can you hear me okay, yeah?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Lovely. I haven't had much time to prepare this, so I'm just going to kind of...
That's all right, darling.
...a bit as I can. But yeah, I'm Miriam. I've been in the business for about 7 months now. I'm senior direct distributor, so I got that last month, straight after Bournemouth. I think that's... Bournemouth was our big event in the UK. I think that's kind of what really took my business to the next level, and it really gave me that push. So I would say conventions are where it's at for anyone that's kind of struggling on just getting that first kind of big push that they need. So yeah, I'm based in the UK. I'm from Ireland. I'm actually half Canadian as well, so that's quite funny. All 3. So yeah, I mean, since starting in the business, it's just incredible. I love it. I started on the products first, you know, for many reasons. I've had quite a few kind of health struggles and conditions and stuff that have just, you know, been really annoying. So I've always had an interest in nutrition, just to kind of sort those out, really, because I've always been really into food as medicine, and you know, helping yourself through nutrition. So naturally, I was kind of you know, I was interested in this when I saw Leanna posted on Facebook. That's where I first saw it. So I was like, you know what, I'll give it a go. Why not? So I did, and I absolutely loved it. And she was like, "You've got to join the business." I was like, "Oh no, I won't." Well, I don't know, but I just had this like job, and I was like, "It's a really good job, you know, for someone my age, really good pay and everything." So I was like, "Oh, do I really want another thing to add on to it?" But like, and now I'm just like, there's nothing I want to do other than this now. I can't wait to be able to get rid of my job I've got, however good it is, you know. But I cannot wait for this to be my future. And I just think this business can, like, it gives you so much certainty of where you can be, you know, in life. It doesn't matter where you've come from, what your background is, even what your current situation is now. It gives you such certainty that you can literally just go so far, and you can literally just smash every dream that you've got, you know, so simply, just by following these basic things every day that so many people have already done before us, and in the most incredible way as well. We're actually helping people, you know, like through the products, we're helping people with their health, and then with the business, we've got something that can help people financially. So, you know, both together we can just change lives, you know. So I mean, you can't really get a better kind of, you know, future idea than to kind of be striving towards something where you're going to grow in a business like this. So let's see. Sorry, I'm such a rambler. I never stick to my
You're fine, darling. Thank you.
I'm just going to try to go on to my tips, just so that I don't go in do another way. So my first one is definitely to believe, and that to me is split into three different things. One is believe in the product, because I mean, we've got a product that, you know, is scientifically researched. It's, you know, there's no kind of crap behind it. It is what it is. It's pure nutrition in the most, you know, powerful form that can literally, you know, make someone feel better, or it can actually end up saving their life. You know, we've got this product that literally can just help anyone. What is it that Emma Snedden says, from womb to the tomb? Like, it literally, the range, it covers everyone. So we need to realize that this is, you know, how important this product is, and that we've got so many people out there need us to show them this product, because we've got the knowledge, you know, we've got all of this to back us. We just need to show these people what we've got, because we can actually end up saving lives potentially. Another one is believe in the business, believe in this company. It's the most incredible company, as we should know this already. You know, just the support system, how team is such a massive thing. I mean, you can't get anywhere without your team. And like, for me, I just love my team to bits. They're, you know, friends for life, family, in fact, you know, and in such a short space of time, you know, you spend every day speaking to them, getting close to them, and growing together as well, I think is the most special thing, to have that bond of like self-growth, because we're all just in it together. And, you know, and that comes from people that are so high up in the business to low down. Like, everyone's got time for each other. Everyone wants to see each other, you know, succeed, and it's just incredible. So I just think believe in the business, because everyone wants, you know, it's so doable to get to the top, and we can all do it together. So it's just amazing. And as well, what obviously you can't really get anywhere without self-belief. You've got to believe in yourself. You've got to believe that you have what it takes to put your passion, put your knowledge, put all of this into actually, you know, doing something huge and changing your own life and changing other people's lives. So just believe, because it, you know, there's so much to believe in with this business. What else have I got? Be true to yourself. You know, you don't want to be a Juice Plus robot. You're just posting what you see every other Juice Plus rep posting all the time. You know, you need to be you, because people, you know, however much you can advertise this product as being so good, people also buy into you hugely. So just be yourself, you know, like, just don't try and be anything else. Don't think, oh, I need to do more of this. Just absolutely be yourself, because that's what's going to get you far. That's what's going to grow your own business, because it's you and it's coming from you. And then people, and you want to set that for your team as well, just to completely be yourself, because it makes such a bigger impact than just doing what everyone else does. I think a massive one as well, my last tip, sorry, is self-development. Like I feel personally, because I suffer with depression and anxiety, not so much since being on the products in general and with this business as well, but I just feel like when I'm having a rubbish day, self-development is just brilliant. Stick on some Les Brown, Tony Robbins, Jim Rohn. There's so many different ones, just on YouTube. You don't even have to spend money on the audiobooks or anything. Just go on them on YouTube, and it's just so good at making you feel like, yes, I can do this. I just think it's so important. Just to be good. I think anyone can benefit from it, but especially people in our business, because we're so relied on to kind of make other people feel good. So we've got to have that kind of strength and that fire inside of us to kind of strive to change other people's lives as well. So yeah.
Oh, thank you, Miriam. That's awesome. And I know our whole team loves the self-development. We're just like, that's all we listen to, posting videos every day. Thank you so much, darling. So we also have your lovely team member and mine, Nicole, coming on next. Nicole has she's just hit VF/SDG. So super excited for her. Are you there, honey? Nicole, can you unmute yourself?
Hello.
Hello, darling.
You all right?
How's things?
I'm good, thank you.
So you've just hit SDD, which is like, woo!
Yeah.
So can you want to introduce yourself and then sort of give us just a few tips on what you're working on at the minute and what's sort of working for you and your guys?
I will. So basically I've known Liana since the day she was born, so that's quite well, it's not a long time, is it, Liana? It's quite a while.
I don't know, I'm going on 28 this year. I feel old.
It is quite a while, isn't it? So basically I left Ireland 7 years ago and came back to the UK. Single parent with 4 children, but only 2 of them at home still. Always looking to make an extra bit of cash. Had a full-time job, but it's never enough. So must admit, Liana had sent me quite a few little posts and such like, encouraging me, and I was like, nah, do a detox, no, I can't be bothered. And then eventually she actually put up a post saying, anybody interested in making a bit of cash? And I was like, yes, that's me. So initially I got involved through the business side without taking the products, which I wouldn't actually suggest to be the right way round, but we're all different. So then obviously I realised you do actually need to take the products because you don't know what you're talking about. So I got my family on. We're all pretty much on the products now for all different reasons. We all think they're amazing. My son uses the shakes not as a weight loss or a weight gain, just as something that just keeps him going because he's very active and he's landscape gardener. I've got another daughter who finds that she gets no eczema on her arms anymore from using the berries. So, you become proof of the product, don't you? Which is a brilliant thing. So what I've sort of hit now is how it changes for me. I hit DD very quickly and thought that was it. I'd go SDD the next month. I thought I was flying, but that didn't happen. It's actually took me 5 months to get to SDD. But what I've realised is that it's not actually a race, and that we do all love to get promotions, and that is an advantage. But there is also advantages to doing the slow route. Because the whole time you're building that up, you're building your foundations for your business. So you're learning loads along the way. You've also got a lot to pass on then to your downlines. So the old duplication thing and finding your own way in that duplication, because you can see how people do it. And then you've got to sort of shuffle that and twerk it to your own needs, because otherwise you are just literally copying, and it's duplicating and not copying. So hitting SDD, sort of, I don't know what happened really. It's sort of just changed. Everything's just changed for me in the last 2 to 3 weeks. I don't know if it is the added confidence that you get or what, I'm not sure, but it seems to have worked. So all this time I was trying my best to make conversations and talk to people online, which I love to talk, but talking online was a different thing. I like to actually see people. And suddenly in the last couple of weeks I've got people coming back to me now. So the consistency of putting up posts and keeping on it does actually come back to you, which is fantastic. I've been invited to a health and wellbeing show next year through my business page, which I was just like, oh my God, I've got a message. The excitement. And then I've got potential talk at the WI group, which I don't know if in Canada, the Women's Institute, which is a massive thing, still been running since the end of the war in this country. And if I can get into that market, I think I'm on quite a good winner there, because they're a great bunch of ladies and they're all very positive. So they're halfway there. Anyway, they just need the products now, don't they, to get them on their go. And planting seeds, you know, the whole time, just keep planting those seeds, even when you don't think you're getting anything back off it, you actually are. So like I put up a post a few weeks ago, a depression post, and I've kept in contact with all those people. I initially sent them I am statements and mentioned to them about how important food is to their mood. And now every week I pop them a little message, or I send them like a positive little quote. And as it goes on, I've asked them what they eat, how much fruit and veg, and then obviously in another week or so I'll be popping in the JP nutrition. So that should sort of, hopefully that will be a winning thing for me, really. Let's fingers crossed and see how that goes. So I suppose my main tips really are, like I said, stay consistent. Even when you think you're not getting anywhere, you are, because there is someone watching. They might be a bit shy and they don't want to put a comment on your Facebook page, but slowly as you build the trust, that's where it comes. Secondly, I would say be really interactive on your posts, because it's a really good way of starting a conversation with someone if you're a little bit unsure about starting those conversations. So you're doing on an interactive post, and when they comment, you comment back, and quite often that will turn into a conversation. And thirdly, if they don't answer you back or they don't seem interested, don't take it personally because it's not personal. They also might be a little bit nervous about doing the interaction, so you just stick with it. You know, it just takes more time for some people than it does for others. So yeah, they're my top tips.
Thank you, Nicole. And so I hope everyone's got some good tips there from today. And like Amanda said, you know, thanks everyone for coming on. And I know it's Sunday, so it, you know, here in Canada it's the middle of the afternoon. Back home it's the evening, and Sunday's obviously a day we do stuff with family and make plans. So I do appreciate everybody coming on. Amanda, are you there, honey?
I am, yes. Sorry, guys. I don't know if you noticed, I had to whip in and out. I did some Black Friday online shopping on Friday, and the mailman came today. It's so weird on a Sunday, so kept ringing the doorbell. So hopefully that didn't interrupt anyone. I don't think I missed, but Amanda, I have just unmuted you. Did I miss you sharing? Sorry.
Yep, I haven't shared yet.
Okay. Awesome. So we are going to hop you on here and
okay. Well, I won't take up too much more of your time. So just a little bit about my business story. I started in the business 2 years ago after starting the product. And I had been looking for something like from the business standpoint. So of course I fell in love with the product right away, and then started the business and thought, you know, it's only $50. Like if I do something with it, that's great. If not, that's fine. So with some gentle nudges from my upline, I finally had my first party, and I got to VF that first night. And then I kind of caught the vision. I was like, whoa, I actually got somewhere with this, and I got some bonus money, and that was incredible. And then I just kept building, you know, building and building, and I fast tracked all the way to SSC. And then once I got to senior sales coordinator, I kind of took my foot off the gas pedal and stopped. Basically, it was just coming up to Christmas, and I thought, well, I'll just take a little bit of a break. That was a really big push to get there, and I mean, it felt amazing. But then I stopped, and then, I mean, the days passed so quickly. Like, time just flies. A year has passed basically, and I'm still a senior sales coordinator. So no matter how many goals I set, I wasn't hitting them. And I wasn't hitting them because I wasn't talking to anybody new. I was trying to push team who didn't want it. And that, you know, that kind of kept me stuck. So, I mean, I did build my business quite well, to the point that I was able to take initially a $10,000 pay cut. And then just recently in October, I lost my job unexpectedly and decided this is just what I'm doing. Like, I'm not planning on going back to work. I absolutely love this business. And I guess it was the end of the summer. I was reading an email from John Holowati. You know how if you're on his email list, that's great. If not, get on there because he has some amazing tips. But he said in one of those emails, are you in motion or are you in action? And I realized I was in motion. I want this. I want QNMD and I want NMD, but I wasn't taking the actions that I needed to get there. So I took my foot off the gas pedal, didn't talk to new people, tried to push people who didn't want it, and then went backwards in my business. So now I'm like building it back up, but I could have been building towards, like, I'm still building towards Q, but I could have been closer, you know what I mean? And then I read another email. This one was by Ray Higdon, and I have a ton of emails from him. I think he emails probably every day. But you know, when you have time, there's definitely some good tips that he has as well if you're not on his email list. And he had said the people who got you here are not the people that are going to get you there. So that was a really big eye opener for me, because here I was getting frustrated with this team who was probably getting frustrated with me because they don't want this business. They signed up for a discount. You know, a couple of them got to sales coordinator, and that's great. And then they slacked off and they didn't rebuild customers. But no matter how hard you push someone, if they don't want it, they're not going to do it. Right. So, I won't tell you any more about my business story just for the sake of time, but just to reiterate my tips. So keep your foot on the pedal. Don't take your foot off the pedal. Like I always say to my team now, my team that's really going for it, if you get to a goal and you feel like you need a break, you get one day. That's it. Take one day. Because if you really want this, it takes consistency every single day. Even if it's just a Facebook post, not even about Juice Plus, just be active, right? Be active on social media, talk to new people, open your mouth, because if you don't open your mouth, nobody's going to hear your message. And always talking to new people, getting out of your comfort zone. And then my second tip is to stay in action. Don't just be in motion, because no matter how hard you pray to the universe, if you aren't taking the steps that you need, you know, the actions that you need to get there, you're not going to get there. And then also, again, keep adding new people to your business, because again, the people that got you here aren't going to be the people that get you there, or the people that get you to like NMD, or like Michelle Ball said the other day, they're not going to be the people that get you to 100 Club. So you always want to be adding new people and just reaching out, you know, join different networking groups. If you have kids, like get them into swimming lessons and meet moms there and create new warm markets. And something else that Michelle said to me the other day that it was kind of like an eye opener. She said the people that got her, so she's 100 Club NMD for anyone who doesn't know Michelle Ball. And she said like her business is not built up around like family and close friends. She went out and met people that she didn't know, and she built relationships with them. And yes, she might have some friends and family under her, but they're not the only ones that got her to 100 Club. She went out and created new friends. She's my upline, and I didn't know her before I started this product. I found her through social media. So always be bettering yourself and getting out there and talking to new people. So that's it. Those are my tips.
Wow, Amanda. Thank you.
Awesome.
You're welcome.
Thank you. All
Okay,
right.
Amanda,
So
do you want to say
that,
goodbye to everyone?
yeah, I'm just going to thank you everyone again for their time. I learned a lot today. I wasn't able to take notes, but I recorded this time, so we have it on recording. I'm going to unmute everyone if you want to say your thank yous to everyone who spoke today. And then if you have any questions, we've got a few minutes left. So thank you guys for joining us.
Thank you.
Oh,
Thanks, everyone.
Fab.
Awesome.
Thanks.